Hello students, good morning everyone. In my previous video we had discussed the question answer and today we will go ahead. Okay, in my previous video we had discussed questions up to question number 6. We had completed this up to here. Okay, and today we are going to discuss working with the language. Okay, let's see these questions. Question number 1. Change the following sentences into indirect speech. Okay, here dear students, we have to change into indirect speech. Okay, whenever we speak we can speak in two ways. One, we have to speak when we quote the speaker's language, same words, then it is called a direct speech. Okay, and when we change something and speak the same sentence in a different way, that is called your indirect speech. Okay, so here now direct speech is already given here, we have to change it into indirect speech. Okay, let's read. First man, we must educate our brothers. Second man, and try to improve their material conditions. Third man, for that we must convey our grievances to the British Parliament. Now see carefully how you can change these sentences into indirect speech. Okay, the first one, see here the first sentence, what we saw there here, first sentence, this first one. Okay, this one, this same thing, this first one we are changing now. This here, we must educate our brothers. Okay, so what will be in indirect speech? Okay, here we are changing that. Okay, so whenever we change, then we have to say the first man said that we have to use that. Okay, so here see what will be the answer. The first man said that they must educate their brothers. Okay, so you remember here that here it is written our brother. Okay, so it will change into our, will change into their. Okay, our brother, their brother. Okay, so here the answer is the first man said that they must educate their brothers. Okay, the second answer, okay, the second answer would be the second man added that they must try to improve their material condition. Okay, and see here third, the second man added that, here this one, third one, this third one we are changing into indirect speech. Okay, that is, for that we must convey our grievances to the British Parliament. Now we'll change this sentence into indirect, this one. Okay, so how we'll start? We'll start by saying the third man suggested that they must convey their grievances to the British Parliament. Okay, did you notice how I changed? Okay, let's see ahead. The third one, now second one we said that the second man added that. Okay, the second man added that they must try to improve their material condition. Okay, and third one, what we said, the third man suggested that they must convey their grievances to the British Parliament. Okay, so this is how you have to change. Now see ahead, number 2. Here also 3 sentences are given, the first soldier, second soldier and third soldier. So what is they have said already, that we have to say again in indirect speech. Okay, so here let's see, the first soldier said, here what said, the first soldier said the white soldier gets huge pay, mansions and servants. So we'll change this one, and what we'll say, listen carefully. Here we'll say that the first soldier said that the white soldiers got huge pay, mansions and servants. Clear? Then second one, this one will change now. We get a pittance and slow promotions. Now we'll change this one. Okay, what would be the answer? The answer would be the second soldier remarked that they got a pittance and slow promotions. Okay. Now third one, who are the British to abolish our customs? Here this one have to change. Okay, this line will start with here and will continue. The answer would be, the third soldier asked who the British were to abolish their customs. Okay, so this is how the direct speech is changed into indirect speech. Okay, some days again I'll make video and tell you clearly about this direct and indirect speech. Okay, separately I'll make in a grammar portion. Okay, now this is speaking and writing. Speaking and writing. Play act the role of farmers who have grievances against the policies of the government. Rewrite their speech bubbles in dialogue form first. So here the writer is saying that first of all, write a play. Okay, play act or the role of farmers in grievances against the policies. It means already in that chapter we saw that uh, Britishers had made different policies and which made the farmers poorer and poorer. Okay, and so we have to write first grievances, means what were the policies that made the farmers poor. Okay, so that we have to made list out first and then you have to write it in a dialogue form. Okay, that it can this question answer you can do by yourself. Okay, let's go ahead. Now look at the pictures. Look at the pictures. Now you can see here the pictures given. First picture, for accidentally fall, fox accidentally falls into a well. Here, how do I get out of here? Hello, is this water sweet? Here the goat is asking. Okay, next we see again the fox is replying from here. Okay, too sweet, I have so much I might faint. Now saying that it is so sweet, if I drink so much then I might get faint. Okay, now here then goat is saying that let me taste it. The goat is here now outside the well. Okay, let's see ahead what happens. Now goat came down and here this fox is going upside. Okay, and as what he's saying, see, thanks for the help, come out when you can. Now fox is coming out from the well. Then my mother used to say, be careful how you take the advice of people you don't know. Whenever you are taking advice from any strange people, you must be careful, they might cheat you. Sometimes you are going to a big cities and even to any other places where you don't know, you meet to strangers. So that time you should be careful, you're asking any information or whatever, that time you should be careful, otherwise they might cheat you. Okay, so here let's what we have to do it. Here see, question number 1, ask one another questions about the pictures. Here you have to ask yourself, because now if we would have been in the class, so we would ask questions to each other, or colleagues or classmates, or we would have discussed with our teachers. Okay, but now you are at home, so you can ask yourself and find out these questions. Where is the fox? Okay, you can ask questions, where is the fox? So you can get answer that the fox is in the well. Okay, what is the fox thinking? He's thinking how to come out from the well. What does she want to know? What does the goat wanted to know? That how the water tastes. Okay, what happens next? Next the goat comes in and the fox goes out of the well. What happened next? Okay, then it come out. Then where is the fox now? Now fox is on the top of the well, means out of the well. How did it happen? They told you to explain. Who is the visitor? Visitor is the goat. What is the fox reply? Fox, so what does it reply? That he tells that now you drink the water, I am out on my way. Then what is the goat? Goat is inside the well. What is the goat thinking? Now goat is thinking that I should have been very careful, because my mother used to tell that whenever you are taking advice of anyone's strange, so that you should be careful. Now the goat is thinking when he is inside the well. Okay, now see, then what you have to do now? main thing is here question number 2. Okay, question number 2, write the story in your own words, give it a title. Now my dear students, you need to write a story, okay, and you have to give a suitable title or name of the story. Okay, now how you will begin. Okay, now listen carefully how you will begin whenever you are writing stories, how you must begin a story. Okay, first of all, now you need to ask yourself, okay, what questions, few questions you have to ask, then you have to answer it. Okay, like what is the fox, you got the answer that the fox is in the well. How it happened, so means he was feeling thirsty and he came in and went drank the water, but he was unable to come out. Okay, then what is the fox thinking, who is the visitor, what does he, now all this we discussed. Okay, so all this you have to first of all find out the answer, then it will be very easy for you to write a story. Okay, so suppose now you have found out all the answers, now you are writing a story. So first of all, what you have to do, you have to give a suitable title. Okay, so suppose we take the title the fox and the goat. Okay, you can give any other name that is funny and something very interesting, so that by reading your title, the interesting people will really like to read your story. Okay, so how you have to write the story, let's see. You can start like this. A fox went to a well to drink water. Accidentally, he fell into it. He tried to get out but was not successful. In the meantime, a goat came there. She saw the fox inside the well. She asked him how all that had happened. The fox was very cunning. Cunning means very clever, okay? The goat asked him if the water was sweet. He very smartly replied that it was the sweetest water that she had ever tasted. He asked her to bend down. When the goat bent down, the fox hung on to the goat and came out of the water. Then the goat fell in the well. He went away saying, "Now enjoy the sweet water. I am going. Ha ha ha." The story teaches us that we should be aware of cunning people. So we should be. So this is how you should write your story. Okay, very interesting way. Okay, so it, and in the end it's very important that we must write a moral lesson here. Like I told you, the moral lesson, the story teaches us that we should be aware of cunning people. Okay, so every stories, every parables, every means whatever we study, like novels, literature, whatever it is, we have a moral lesson, we learn something. Okay, so in the end, whenever you're writing story, you must give a title, and also the in the end you have to give moral lessons. Okay, so my dear students, here we complete our chapter. You complete this question answer. This also you have to complete this story writing. This must you have to complete in CW, and then also this is the part of the same story. Okay, and here this also you need to do this direct and indirect speech, changing into direct and indirect speech. Okay, hope you have understood, but it is not given much here. If you have any doubt, you can ask me again. I'll try to explain more in a better way when I teach you grammar, okay, in that portion. But anyway, you try to do this. Okay, so these two questions answer you have to complete for today. Okay, thank you, have a nice day.